and welcome to another episode of the Nitty Digit Podcast. I am your host, Jennifer, aka Jay, and if you are new, grab a seat, enjoy the ride, and if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back every other week. Alright, I'm going to jump right in because I have some things to show you that I'm excited to show you. Way too excited. First off, I have a faux. Now, it is the one you're thinking of that I promised I'd finished. Yes. Yes. I finished it. I actually finished it the next day. Or maybe next weekend. Here, let me show you this one. Now, I've worn it 2 times already. And I do have to say, see that? Yeah. So this was done in Lisa Souza 100% BFL. So I think next time I'm gonna have to, I think BFL is just gonna have to be something done around my neck rather than on my foot, even though I enjoy knitting with BFL. It's gonna have to be, because see, look at that fuzz. So usually it doesn't get that fuzzy after 2 uses. So the pattern is a Wendy Johnson pattern from her first Socks from the Toe Up. This is the lace and cable. Again, this is Lisa Souza's BFL sock in the Sky Drama colorway. And you're not really seeing the nice yellow and orange. Oh, there you go. So, let's see the cable detail. There. Same here. So, you see the fluff? Yeah, only 2 uses. And it's starting to fluff. I noticed that with the other one that I just finished too, that it's starting to felt a little bit, which usually it takes a couple of uses before it does that. So I guess BFL, 100% BFL is just gonna have to stick to my neck, or you know, a shrug or whatever. And I think I have one more BFL skein, but I'm not sure. Not sure, but yeah. So this is my faux. Very happy it's done. People keep saying, "Wow, you knit this really fast." I didn't. So I started this at the end of May. End of May, people. I think Memorial Day weekend. When did I finish it? The weekend before Labor Day. September. Almost September. So yeah, no, this took me too long. I can finish a pair of socks relatively quicker than that. So speaking of which, what I'm working on, what is on the needles right now? La la la, stripy goodness. I just needed more stripy. So the pattern is the vanilla latte sock. I forget the author though, but it's a free pattern. If you just search on Ravelry for vanilla latte sock, and you'll find it. And I started this, when did I start this? 2 weeks ago? I started this when I went to the Giants game. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. So I am now at the foot. So, hello. And I'm doing these on US ones on my signature needles that I got from my local yarn store. And the yarn is Lollipop Yarns. And the colorway is Juicy. But this is a colorway that I asked to be made. Like, I asked for this colorway because this is the colors of Team Estrogen Network. It's a long story. But it was for a trial that I was working on, and it was a joke. So I made socks for the 2 attorneys that I was working under, and now I'm making them for me. because I was mad rushing knitting those for Christmas. So by the time I got to mine, I was ready to not look at pink and green socks. So, and the color is actually pretty accurate. So, yep, this is the same sock. I'm using, so you have a choice of different heels, and I'm using the Aya Partridge heel, which I'm enjoying very much. So, there you go. Here's the, and it's if I haven't said it before, it's US ones, 2.25 millimeter. And here's the ball and yarn. So there you go. That is what I'm knitting on. And here's the so that is what I've been knitting on. What I haven't technically casted on, but I'm going to start, are the following. So I'm going to do another pair of socks, but it's going to be more complicated. It's the Maeva from, I believe, Stephanie Bold, and I'm going to knit it in Kitchen Sink Dye Works in the Edgar colorway. This is a company that's no longer dyeing, so I'm trying to be very careful about knitting all my kitchen sink dye works because she's no longer dyeing. This is a Luxe Merino Fine, which is superwash merino, cashmere, and nylon. And it's going to be a Maeva, M-A-E-V-A by Stephanie Bold. It looks like it's a toe-up sock, and it's like this very beautiful cable work. So this is going to be my at-home project. Well, the one I've been knitting on has been with me everywhere. So this is going to be my at-home project. Another one, another project that I'm going to knit, and this is going to be my cleansing palette so I don't kill my mojo, is The Traveling Woman by Liz Abernathy in Lisa Souza's Emerald City colorway. And I think this is the BFL, but I'm not sure. Let me pull up the tag for you guys. I had already schemed these up. Oh no, they're sock merino. These could have been, oh well. So this is her sock merino in the 100% super fine merino superwash. And this was born in Emerald City. And this was born December 29th, 2009. Yeah, it's that old. And I'm going to be knitting the Traveling Woman shawl. So I'm excited about that. So I will still have Lisa Souza in my life, which is good. I love Lisa Souza. I do. So those are my future projects. I've been knitting like mad on the stripy socks, but that is about it. Yeah, once I finished my lace and cable socks, I've been kind of reading more because I'm under the wire on one book, on my book club book. So, meh. All right, on to nails. So, right now, if you haven't noticed, I have Alice by Julep. Very simple. I've already gotten chips already. I painted these yesterday. Pretty. You can kind of see the chips. So I've been in a very purple mood, as you'll see. So Julep, Alice, and I have not gotten a picture. No, I did get a picture of this. That's right. I did not get a picture of my toes, which I'll talk about in a few minutes, and one of the manis that I put on 2 weeks ago. So I'm also trying a new sort of gel base. So it used to be that I was just using, either I was using the Nutrinail, the gelish Nutrinail treatment, and then a gel top coat, or just the Nutrinail base coat, and I was noticing it just wasn't standing up to my non-acetone removal. So what I did is I used the Neutronail and then I used Sally Hansen gel base to kind of add strength and also kind of just seal it in, and it's been working so far. So yeah. Although I don't think it really keeps the polish on, so I may just get some the what do you call it, the sticky sandy sticky base, so that way it will stick, the paint will stick longer, because I've noticed I've been chipping a lot more with the Sally Hansen. So because I know Julep usually lasts me a long time with the Posh top coats, so I think it's the base. So that will be later on. So that is what I have right now. I have, since I'm not doing anything and I don't have to worry about my nails, I'm not going to change it. It's just going to stay chipped. Que sera, sera, right? The only reason why I changed my chip mani yesterday was because I had a date. So you don't really go on a date with chipped mani. So what I had before that got chipped was my A. England Avalon. As I said, I've been in a purple mood. So this lasted me a few days. So this actually lasted longer than the Julep. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know why. But this lasted longer than Alice. So, but I was happy with this one. I went wine tasting with it. Did some fun stuff. So this it's kind of weird. I don't know whether it was from shipping or whatnot, but there was paint around the mouth, and the polish seemed to, it just didn't seem to get on the nail right. So I don't know if there was something wrong with the temperature. I don't know. But I cleaned out the mouth, and so it's clean now, and it did, once I did this and I just kind of worked with it, it did apply better. Alice, on the other hand, applied a little streaky. So it could be the heat. It's been pretty warm here, like super duper warm. And actually today it's cloudy, but it's humid. So, don't know. I can't control my apartment temperature, so I do what I do what I can. So that was that. And then before that, I actually had bare nails for a whole week. I know. I can't believe it either. It was, so before that, I had a mani that I did for the Giants game that I went to with my date. Yeah, so I had orange. So this was Karen. I had a sparkly orange on for the occasion. And the next day I picked it off. Like massively picked it off. It ruined the nails, everything. So I needed to recuperate the nails. And I honestly had no desire. Really. So I babied my nails. I lotioned it. I buffed it a little to get the peelies out, because it was peeling massively. Like bad. So, it really needed to be put on a baby routine, and it was thin and whatnot. So I babied them for a whole week, and that's when I did the Avalon. But yeah, for a whole week I had bare nails, like bare, not even the gel base coat, because I, peeled it off with Karen. So that was my punishment, was to have bare nails. And it wasn't that bad. I thought it would be torturous, but it wasn't that bad. It actually helped me not bite my nails, which I thought that was going to be the case, because usually that's why I kept polishing my nails, was because I had a feeling that I would start biting them. But I mean, I caught myself a couple times but I didn't bite them. I just put them in my mouth. I'm like, oh wait, no. But other than that, no, it wasn't that bad. So yeah, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna keep polishing my nails. It's just if I pick them, I have to punish myself. I have to earn a consequence. So no peeling. So anyway, this is the color that I put on for the Giants game that they lost miserably. Giants. I don't think my nail polish mojo helped them much. So that's what's been on my nails for the past 2 weeks. I know. It's crazy. You would think I'd have more, but as I said, I had to punish. I had to put my nails on hiatus for a little bit. But I did paint my toenails. And I painted another julep color. You're going to see a lot of julep because I need to swatch a lot of them. I need to swatch them for you guys and whatnot, and then do the swatch me stuff now that I know how to do it. So this is Joanna. This is also a kind of a purpley, but it's more of a blue purple. This is not showing the right color. But it's nice. It's on my toes. This one, like a full-on toenail has come off. Like not the toenail nail, but the paint came off already. So I did it a week ago. Did I? Yeah, a week ago. So this applied very well too. I was actually gonna put this on my nail so it could be matchy match, but I said meh. I will be contrasting purples. It is what it is. So yeah, that's what's been on my nails. I'm sorry it's kind of lackluster. I mean a lot of julep and apple, just 1A England, but as I said, my nails needed to be babied and they needed to be they need to be put on a healing regimen, and it's better to do that than have content. So you would think after 2 weeks I'd have more content, but tis what it is. Alright, folks. So today's book talk is going to be edgy literature. I'm trying to remember if I've done edgy literature before. I don't think I have. I really don't think I have. So the two very edgy literature that I would say would be, if you're into literature that's just outside the box, it is graphic. So that's why I would call it edgy, because it's very graphic and violence and sex and other stuff. I don't think I have, because I don't think I would have felt like it would have been appropriate. But if you want to expand your literature and you just feel like you want to look into that sort more of literature that is beautiful in language but very visceral, these are the books that I would start with. But just be prepared that imagery. Oi. So the first one is Bret Easton Ellis. He wrote American Psycho. You remember this became a movie? It did. The book is just as good as the movie, but it's also as violent and more. There's rape, there's murder, obviously. It's very visceral and very, very, very edgy. I had a hard time with this book, to be honest, because I am an imagery person, and I have hard time with a lot of violence. Like Quentin Tarantino, I'll watch them, but there are times when I just have to look away from the TV because it's too much. So this was also something that I had to put aside and say, okay, I can't, like I couldn't read this before bed because I'd have nightmares. So But the language, I really enjoy his writing though, in a sense that he can write so well that you can have that imagery and see it in your mind's eye. And just the language is very well written. So if you can handle the edginess, I would suggest trying him. He also wrote The Rules of Attraction, which also was a movie. And it's actually the same kind of, same, it's the brother of, he wrote about the brother of this character. So, but it, yeah, anyway. Very interesting and edgy. Another one that I think is, will be better for a lot of people would be Jeffrey Eugenides. The one I picked to feature is The Virgin Suicides. But he also wrote Middlesex, which was an amazing book. That was amazing. This was just as amazing too. But this is definitely more edgy because of the content. The content of sex, and there's not as much violence, but there is some sexual content in this. So, and you know, violence, suicide. So, but again, the language is beautiful, and the content may be icky, like not the actual story plot is some, you know, these books are ones where the story plot was kind of like, oh, okay, oh, ow, ow, my heart, ow, everything, but the language kept me going because I read for two things. One, for plot, to enjoy escaping from the world sometimes, but I also read for language, for lyrical, for cadence, for just enjoying the English language in all of its form. And these both Bret Easton Ellis and Jeffrey Eugenides have that pull for me. So the content may be very hard to handle, but the language is beautiful and wonderful. So this was also made into a movie. You notice all these edgy books became movies. I thought the movie was okay. The book was much better. So, yeah. But again, if you just know that you are not a, you know, if you don't read for language, for prose, for enjoying the English language in itself, don't read it. Just don't. It's, the plot is gonna hurt. It really, I think that's the best way to describe it, is it's gonna hurt. It really, it's gonna hurt. So, it's mainly for visceral and the love of language. So, yeah, that's book talk. I don't have a wish list this week because I just didn't feel like it. Nothing making me grabby hands. Like, there's been some premieres and introductions of new things, like Laurel's doing a indie monthly box subscription that sounds interesting but not worth $50. Lacquer Lust, who I think I showed previously with the Venus that I had, she is coming out with a fall collection called Birthstones collection, which is all holo, and it's beautiful. She had a pre-sale for the whole entire collection recently, but I just, it's something that I can wait on. I would really, you know, because she's actually selling the bottles mid-September, so yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait if I really want it. So But I do have some things to show you. Not a lot. Like first, this is my shirt that I got. This is called Chocolate Night. I got this at Shirt Root. These are cookies. I like my cookie shirt. Yeah, I also have a shirt coming soon. That's funny, from Shirt Root, but that will be the last on Shirt Root for a while because nothing else has been inspiring, honestly. But these two were just like, oh, okay, I give up. I'll have. But I did get my julep box. Yay! And I'm loving that they're including the add-ons. So this month I didn't add on a lot. I didn't buy the whole entire collection. I just kept my box, but I wanted this add-on that they had because they're finally getting into holos. Like I know they have a couple, but some people have said it's not really holo, and I have to say this one is. So the add-on is Reese. And I like, so the one thing that I'm really liking is their new boxes. Like when they first came out with it saying, oh, we're now calling nail polish color treatment. Or no, not treatment. Color treat. Really? But the boxes is actually kind of cool. So, and it's not because it's not sunny, but you can kind of see the sparkle. It sparkled the holo as well. So, yeah. But overall, the packaging was actually amazing. It's much better than the other ones. Then for Boho Glam, I got, so the usual is put in together like this, and then pull it out, if I can pull it out, and you get these. Alright, the light for this one is actually really good. So I'm excited to try this one because it's a coppery. Ooh. And then this is a beautiful navy gray. Navy blue, excuse me, that I'm excited to try too. I saw this and I'm like, ooh, pretty, mine. So I decided to keep my box. This month, I didn't really like last month, so that's my colors. And then I'm not really into their body treatments as much anymore. Like, I've been using the hair stuff and their oil stuff, and I used their hand lotion and I finished it, but it's not something, it hasn't been, ooh, wow, I must have. So, and in this one, I'm not interested in really trying this because it's a face thing, and I'm very particular about my face wash. Very, very particular about my face wash. My face has to use a certain brand or it's gonna be wacky. And so I'm just kind of scared to use this. It's a bare face cleanser, and you're supposed to spray it on and then it cleanses off all the makeup and all that stuff. But it just, I don't know. Their products have been kind of hit or miss, and so, like, I like their sea salt texture spray, but it doesn't stay in my hair. So, because my hair just doesn't keep curl no matter what. But other than that, just haven't been as impressed. So, I kind of wish they'd stick with nail polish and hand treatments instead of going out into other stuff. But, you know, it's not my company. It's their company, and if they want to do this, then that's fine. I do wish that I could keep the nail polish and not get the other stuff. And I know they have an option, a style option, but I don't usually like the colors. So, meh. So if anyone wants a bare face cleansing oil, which This antioxidant-rich cleanser is enriched with Power Cell Complex, a proprietary blend of rosehip seed oil, malvoxylipid extract, and green coffee bean oil that offers age-defying and cell regenerative benefits. The conditioning formula reaches deep into pores to dissolve makeup, dirt, and other skin impurities, then rinses clean with oily residue. And you basically pump a liberal amount into dry hands and massage into dry face. Rinse thoroughly with warm water. If you want it, let me know. I'll give it to you. I don't want it, so I will send it to you. Free. No hoops or anything. I will give it to you. Just PM me on Ravelry, and you'll have it with your address, of course. They also gave, of course, a little small polish remover. They like to put in small stuff in there. And then I really love the quote for this box for September. If your dreams do not scare you, they aren't big enough. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And the theme this year was city. Not this year, this month was like a city collection. So that's why there's a sky. There's a New York there. But I really liked that quote. So yeah, so that was my julep box. And I was expecting it on Saturday, but it came in on Friday, so I was happy. So yeah, that's it for my parade. As I said, I didn't get much, not much being purchased other than my shirts and then the julep. So, alright, etc., etc., etc. Sorry for kind of a lackluster show. It's been, again, I've been busy. Not as an excuse. It's just, I have been kind of wrapped up in some things. So, not that I don't enjoy it, but I also had a lazy day today, so I'm kind of, lazy. So, anyway. Alright, etc., etc., etc. So first, it is September 2nd, so that means that's the end of our children's and young adult knit along, paint along. And we got some good entries. I'm pretty impressed. Wonderful. I'm very excited. So I already did the drawing. So first off, for the leftover, which was Hidden Cove, the Merino Sport 100% superwash merino wool from Sunshine Yarns, and the Mahogany Magic China Glaze, which is the Hunger Games, from the Hunger Games collection. These two will be going to number 5, which is Apple 380. Congratulations! I have your address because you won another prize giveaway. So, what I'll do is I will ship this to you since it is international. I am going to have to wait until the next pay period, if you please forgive me. So I will contact you and let you know once I have put it in the shipment, once I put it in the mail, and just forgive my lateness. And the prizes from last month, gone. They're gone. I did it. I swear I did it later than I said I would, and I apologize immensely. So it's just me. So, but yeah, so Apple 380, don't worry, I have your address still, but I will have to wait until after the 15th, if you please forgive me. So, this will be on your way. Alright, the second prize, which is an electronic pattern that is priced for $5, I pulled that, and it's number 3, Sundaisy 920. Yay! Angie! So, Angela, contact me and let me know what pattern you would like. If you find a pattern that's $6, I'll be fine. If it's $1 more, that's fine. But I can't really do 7 or 8. And again, depending on budget, this will also have to wait until after the 15th. So again, apologies. It's just it's just gonna have to be how it's gonna be, and I really do apologize for having to make you wait to get your prizes. It's just how I can swing it. So, but you won. You're gonna get it. So, yeah. So yay! And for what it was worth, I thought it turned out really well. I really did. I mean, it's not. I'm not the knit girls. I'm not knittables. But I'm just glad I got participants. And yeah, so I would love to do another knit along, paint along, but I don't think I can do giveaways. So for the next few. So that's the only reason why I won't be doing one, unless I get donations, not money donations, but prize donations. Because these, of course, are coming out of my own hand this time around. So if I do get prize donations, then I can do another knit along, paint along, and I have to also think of a good idea. So that's also hanging on. So I'm glad people enjoyed, the people that participated enjoyed it, and I'm just so it warmed my heart to see all the entries. I thought, to be honest, I didn't think it was gonna be as big as it did. So I am so grateful for my viewers. I love you all. You're my friends. Anyway, so all right, what else, and etc. etc. So I know a ton of podcasters are talking about this, but I want to highlight it as well. If you don't follow Knitting Wolf Dawn, or if you don't watch Wolf Farms, one, you really should, because James and Dawn are just absolutely fabulous, and they're hilarious, and they make my day happier anytime I watch them, which is always Sunday, because that's when I can get around to my video podcast. And yeah, no, they're great, but right now their family is going through a hard time. One of their chihuahuas, Fuji, was diagnosed with lymphoma, and so there's been some campaigns to kind of give them some courage, some fight, and it's the tag Fight Like a Girl, and people on Instagram have been posting pictures of their pets saying, "Come on, Fuji, we believe in you, fight like a girl." I tried to do it, but my birds do not. They don't photo well. Like, I finally got a picture of them when they were kissing, but I didn't think it was appropriate to put, "Hey Fuji, fight like a girl," with them kissing. And I tried to get them side to side, but they wouldn't do it. They're birds. They have a mind of their own. So I really wanted to do it, but I couldn't get my birds to cooperate. So, but it's still going on. If you want to show your support, you can do that. I think any sort of positive feedback, encouragement is the best way to get through something as horrible as this. And it's your fur babies. It's your babies. Forget fur. It's your babies. They're the ones that cheer you up when you're down. Studies have shown that if people own pets, they live longer. I think it was cats and dogs, but I really think it's just pets. Pets that hold dear to your heart. And for me, half the time, I prefer animals over people. So sometimes, most of the time. So, they're there to give you warmth and love, and they love you. And so when they're hurting, it's hard to see them get hurt, and sometimes there's not as much resources and whatnot. So it's as much positive encouragement as you can. Instagram, they're also, this is not an inexpensive thing. So if you want to support them financially wise, they Wolf Farms is doing a button for $5 or more that has, you know, Fuji, the picture of Fuji that says "Fight Like a Girl." Also, Sadie from the Yarniac podcast, she's also doing a set at her yarn company called Knitter's Nightmare. There's a lot more that I know is going on, but you know, if you have ever had a pet or still have a pet, and just imagine your pet going through something like that and not knowing how, trying the best that you can to save them and keep them okay and not hurting. I mean, I can't imagine something like that happening to my birdies, to my babies. So, yeah, help them out. I thought of something that, maybe, so the color for lymphoma is a light green, a neon green. I tried to see if I had a neon, I don't have any neon green nail polish, but kind of like how if you've been following the nail blogs, when Talia Joy passed away, who had cancer, her favorite color was teal, and that was her last, I think it was her last mani. I don't think it was her favorite color, but the last mani she had on was a teal. And so everyone in support of her and to show that the love, they posted pictures of all their teal manis. And I thought it would be a great thing to do to show support also, is to have like a neon green mani to show, to support. It's kind of in the same sense of that praying for Silas, the purple nail polish. It's the same thing, the purple. I would, that's what I'm thinking too. I just need to go find me some neon green nail polish to show my support. So I think that will be my next mani, is in neon green. So if you want to join in and show some encouragement and positive prayer, positive thoughts, positive prayer, whatever you do to show positivity, I think it would be the best thing for Wolf Farms and for Dawn and James. I know they're being overwhelmed at the moment, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to help, to show more. So anyway, that's what I wanted to highlight. Let's see, last item that I have for etc., is events. So I've been planning, because we're in September now, so we're getting close to the start of 2014 and all these events, and so I decided that I'm going to tell you all the events that I have coming up for the rest of the year and then for 2014 as of now. So, and then some of them are yarny, some of them are more geeky, nerdy, check me out, I'm a dork type of thing. But if you're in the area and you're going to that event, please do not hesitate to say, hey, and find me out, seek me out, and say, hello. Yeah. But anyway, so the next event that I'm doing is in September 22nd on a Sunday. It's the Renaissance Fair in Hollister, California. I'm not sure if I'm going to go in costume. Last year I went as a pirate. I could do it again. I got a lot of encouragement from a lot of men. So it boosted my ego, what can I say? So I may do it again. It was a modest pirate wench costume. So if you're going to the Renaissance Fair in Hollister, California on that date, find me, say, hey, hi Jay. I will be the one in the pirate wench costume with a hat. The next one, later on, the next Sunday, September 29th, our local radio station Atlas hosts a free concert called Now and Zen. Their lineup is amazing this year. It's Goo Goo Dolls. And did I mention Goo Goo Dolls? It's been my #1 dream to see them live because they are my #1 favorite band. And to find out that I'm going to see them free live, yeah. So I'm going to be there. It's held at the Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. I forget which part of the park, because the Golden Gate Park is huge. So, if you're going to be in that area to watch Now and Zen, I'll be sitting on a blanket, hanging out with my friends, and do not hesitate to say hello. I will be more than happy to give you a hug and a hi. So, that's that. So, and then the only event after that year is going to be Dickens Fair, which is another kind of Renaissance fair type thing, but Victorian, and it's all Charles Dickens. I've been going for the last 3 years. Love it. It's the best thing ever. It makes me very much gung-ho for Christmas. And I'm going December 1st. So, that's another Sunday. I'm doing a lot of Sunday things, as you notice. Because the friend that I like to go with, she works on the weekends now. And it's easier to ask for Sunday off. So, I'm fine with that. So, because I used to not like doing things on Sunday, but it's good to be flexible. So, I will be going to Dickens Fair December 1st. So that will be the last event that I'm going to have until February, which is Stitches West. Now, I am planning, usually I just go Saturday, but this year I'm going Friday and Saturday. I'm going to take Friday off, and I'm going to hang out with some of my TFIM peers. Yay! And then Saturday, I'm going to go with some other friends too, or maybe more TFIM peers, I don't know. We'll see, but I'm going both days because this year, going on to a segue, this upcoming 2014, I am not going to Stitches South. I know. I'd been going for 4 years. I'm kind of heartbroken, but financially, I can't do it. Not even for just a weekend. It's not. I'm still paying off my trip from Georgia now, and it's been how long? And I'm still going to be paying for it for the next year. So, if I'm going to be able to do the things that I want to do, like Ren Fair, Dickens Fair, Stitches West, I'm not going to be able to do Stitches South. Maybe next year. We'll see. We'll see how things are with life and whatnot, but I had to cut it out. I'm sad. I mean, I'm still going to be able to see my Georgia friends, hopefully at least one of them, because she's been planning to go to Stitches West. We're trying to get the other gal to come too. It just depends on her financial situation. So, if not, I'm going to be very sad. But it was a hard decision. It was a really hard decision. But it had to be done. You know, it's not feasible. So, and I hate saying things like that I can't do it because of financial issues and whatnot, because it just, bleh. You know, but it's just how life is. I have to be an adult someday, right? So, yeah. But maybe next year I'll be able to do it. So, but for now, like, I wanted to go to Rhinebeck too, but again, can't afford the time, because when I had to go to Cleveland for my grandma's funeral, I mean, some of it was bereavement, but some of it was my vacation, and I have to use some of my other vacation for Thanksgiving and whatnot. So it's just not going to be feasible. It's not. So I had to cut my favorite. Like, I love Stitches West, but Stitches South was more closer bound. So, but I gotta do what I gotta do. So, but anyway, that is it. I am so glad that you lasted this long, 15 minutes. I don't know how, with very little material, I can blabber your ear off, but I can. So, but yeah. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on Twitter at j_crafty_geek. You can find me at Instagram at jcraftygeek. You can also find me on Ravelry as Knitterly Book Lady. And if you haven't already, join the group. We are pretty quiet. We're actually a ghost town, but you could be the rebel that changes it all. You could be. Anyway, have a great, amazing week and a great knitty-diddy day. Bye.